on the Lilian 2 Feng Shui coloring planner. She wanted to put in the coloring input, and when she explained to me, and she's going to explain to you how to use the coloring aspects of this book, wow, I was blown away, and I started to color, and I started to feel wonderful, and I started to feel my mind focusing on the auspicious objects that we had put into the planner. And then I found that the direction of my thoughts was going into such a positive mind frame. Just look at this. Unlock your hidden abundance. And we write down all your hidden abundance here. And you start to color it. And she will show you what she did to this beautiful image here, and how she made it come alive for her. Her coloring planner book is amazing. She's been using planners for a long time. So we decided to design this beautiful coloring planner for you and fill it with words, wise words. We took out all these golden words of wisdom from my book of gold. You know, occasionally I start to think about what makes sense. You know, like sometimes the best strategy is simply to wait. So we have all these wonderful sayings on every page of the planner. How people respond to you is usually a reflection of how you respond to them. So open on any page and you will have this, or you will have an image like this, a sailing ship that does not have an engine. This is a ship that is moved by the winds and the waters. And you can draw it and you can fill it with ingots and coins. And then so mentally, your mind starts to think positively, and you start to program yourself for prosperity. You start to program yourself for abundance. You do away with poverty programming and you embrace prosperity programming. But for me to lecture you and say you have to do that does not work as well as when you yourself start to color in the images, start to think about the sayings here. Success is much easier to accomplish when it is made up of a series of manageable steps. Really wise words, even if I say so myself. So there you are. That's how we came up with the Feng Shui coloring planner. We are very proud of it. And in your hands, you will turn this completely black and white book into a colorful book. It's done by you. It will be your energy that goes into this time dimension. It will be your energy that will enhance your life. It is interactive. And all the thoughts that come to you, write them down. All the wishes that come to you, write them down. What do you want? What is it you want out of life? What is it you want out of yourself? That's what this planning book is going to pull out of you. And nobody else can do this book. Only we can do this book. Because we believe so passionately, so fervently in the power of the mind, in the power of inputting knowledge and outputting it when you write it down. And once you learn this, you can teach your children. That is how they will become straight A students. That is how they will be ambitious, but ambitious in the most practical, in the most useful way. Okay, your child can learn in 1 hour what normally may take a whole week to learn. Because why? It is effective. It is touching at your nerve. It is touching at your heart. And it is going into your soul. And I'm not making these claims just, to sound good. I really feel these things. And all my life, I have believed in these principles that lead to success. Yes, it is about the mind. But how do you use your mind? Yes, it is about visualization, about looking at images, about creating images in your head and your mind. How do you do that? You think it's easy to just bring an image to mind? No, you've got to nurture it. You've got to slowly coax it out of you. And in the process, you become a happier person. You become a more relaxed person. I love simple.
For the coloring part, I've been experimenting, and what I find useful is to use watercolor pencils. Here are some watercolor pencils. I personally use the Faber-Castell, but you can use all kinds of coloring pencils. What I like about watercolor pencils is that you can do shading. If you make sure that your color pencils are sharp whenever you use them, then you can start to do cross-hatching, cross-stitching, and get quite a professional look. Then watercolor pencils usually come with a brush, or you can buy your own brush, and then when you put some water on top of it, you can blend the colors and you really end up with a work of art at the end of it. Then, as well as using watercolor pencils, what I do is I use gel pens. Gel pens are so good for accenting. They bring out the color. With color pencils, you get the shading, but to get really deep, intense colors, you have to press quite hard. So what I do is I accent my pictures with pens. And what I find a good brand that I use is Uniball. I have loads of color pens. I love colors, as you can see. The most useful are silver and gold. These produce the most brilliant, amazing, beautiful effects, especially when it comes to feng shui coloring, because in our pictures we have a lot of auspicious golden ingots, gold bars. For example, there. Begin your journey to greater happiness and riches as you color each auspicious item along the way. And this is a pathway starting with a gate and moving up. You can color your way to finally reach the heavens, the ships, and all along the way we have drawn in auspicious symbols such as the rooster to make sure that your friendships and your relationships stay. There's no politicking in your life. And scattered all around the ground are golden coins, I Ching coins, ingots, jewels, and these look fantastic when you use golden pens and silver pens. So if you're just going to buy a few gel pens, or if you want to carry around just a few colors, I actually carry around the whole lot, and that's why I need such a big bag. But if you want just 2-3 pens, get the gold and silver ones. Excellent for accenting. Silver is brilliant for coloring water-based scenes. I'm going to show you some pictures that I've already colored to give you some ideas. And Honey will also talk to you later about a really amazing competition that we're going to launch in conjunction with this brand new planner, so that you can get ideas to color it how you want. But the point of the planner is that this is your personal planner. You write down what it is you do, make it your own, and you fill it with your dreams, your aspirations, and your hopes through the year.